All right, all right. Coming back once again, giving a great shout out to the YouTube family. This video here, I'm talking about mixing, and I want to give a shout out to my boy JJ. Hope you're doing well, JJ, and good email, man. Good email. Tell y'all, I get some beautiful emails from y'all, man, and just like to keep everybody lifted up. Actually, man, that's where I'm at right now with my studio project, and many man, I know you can relate because I'm talking about mixing. And a lot of people, mix different. We all different. And once I lay all the instruments and get it out the way, the vocals, the mixing, man, takes up a lot of time. So you was asking me for a little tips on this. Well, especially when you're dealing with singers, I always like to say this: everybody is not cut out for studio. That's why you have studio musicians, studio singers, and you don't go to the studio to rehearse. You should go another lay down business because the engineers ain't gonna care how long you stay in there. They gonna send you a big bill. You better be keeping up with your blocks, your hours. And it takes a professional singer to really go in the studio. I'll just give you a little simple stuff. Let's talk about the microphone. Um, Using the little pop or the what you call them? Well, I can't think of the name. Pop screen. If you stand back on that and let the mic do what the mic do. See, the trick is also if the singer can do such professional good work, that that'll cut out a whole lot in your mixing. Because Mitty man, I know you're familiar with this. When you get to mixing and you gotta cut out a lot of stuff, get all the background noise out, that takes up a lot. Going through every instrument, then you gotta deal with the vocals. That's why I'm taking so much time right now. Cause see, I'm laying down my own vocals. I'm laying down my own music. I'm writing, so I'm really producing and engineering. And actually, I've been started. I started on this, I guess, about 8 years ago. I was really gonna get busy with it in '05, but between church and teaching online, y'all already know that, and a whole lot of playing with groups and different things, I lost a little focus. But I've been back on it real tough. This is why it's hard to catch up with me right now. I done shut a lot of things down because I made up my mind that I got to get this done. I'm not making up no excuses. And I got my little brother, which is a coal engineer. He's the one that showed me. He taught me how to work Cubase, and I've learned a lot from Lil JT. And he drilling me on a lot of things right now because it's a whole lot I didn't know, and a whole lot I did know. This is why two heads is always better than one. I love when I can get in the room with somebody that's on the same level and we can push out ideas and go from there. But mixing ain't no joke, man. And many man, I still got my Khalid Glover book. I always look at with such helpful tips in there. But everybody, like I say, mix different, you know. And I always like to keep me a good set of headphones. I'm still using Cubase. Um, I use Cubase LE 5, 4, and I noticed with me, it's not so much of all of this new stuff that's out. I learned how to work what I got, and it sounds good to me. But I still got a long ways to go, and another reason it's taking so long because I'm not doing no demo. I'm doing the full CD, and this stuff take up a whole lot of time, man. Just matter of fact, yesterday, I had a couple of times, to do a few videos, but some of the videos I had already done for YouTube. But I've been in this thing, man. I'm on this laptop right now, so um, Pop was messing with me earlier because I just keep my keyboard in the room. It's right there. And I can wake up at 12. That's my girlfriend, matter of fact. That keyboard right there. She been laying with me for a minute. I turn to my right and I'm right on it. Headphones right there. So we make love. And somebody catch that later on. But that's how serious I am in this music. Phone, cut it off. I get in this room and I lock myself. in this room and I go at it, man, and I'm getting it done. And I hate to be like that, but that's the only way I can get it done. I gotta just, be in a closed in era. And if I don't do that, I'll never get it done. And a lot of people mad at me, because I ain't out playing here. A lot of people on here still mad at me. Where the tutorials at? I get them emails every day. Love them as well though. People be mad, cussing me out. I still love them, man. Hey, time in the season for everything. But like I say, I'm in the process. When I get this CD done, and you listen to what I say, I expect all of y'all who said, JT, if you ever need anything for teaching me how to play, for teaching me this, I expect every last one of y'all to buy this CD. And y'all know I ain't never asked nobody for nothing. And you know what I have gave on her. And then see somebody gonna say, oh, he's starting to be a beggar. It take money to make money. Because if you had a CD out, I will buy it. Ain't that right, Mitty Man? Ain't that right, Brother Earl? Ain't that right, Jamal? If you're looking at this, so many of y'all, we support each other. I mean, I'm gonna spend $10 to $15 on some mess. So when it comes to supporting each other and getting my craft, getting my equipment, I gotta go on and get it. Because let me tell you something, ain't too many people gonna help you nowadays. And when you're doing it alone, I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. It's extra tough. So I don't have nobody really pushing me. That's everybody I asked to come help sing. Now one of them showed up. Everybody I asked to play a little rip or something on the guitar. None of them showed up. So I kicked them all to the curb. That's the side of me you don't want to fool with. Because I'm a nice person. But when it comes to business, I'm very business minded. I don't play with my money. So had to say that too, big bro, because you asked me so many questions in there about mixing down and muting out instruments and if you got a good ear, that'll take you a long way. See, and to answer your other question from listening to them other tracks, you say they sound like they mastered on. Let me tell you something. None of those tracks on YouTube that I've done are mastered. Not one of them. That's just still dry. And yes, I did all that myself, and most of it in my own front room, and some of it in the studio. And like I say, none of it is mixed. And I like that on there like that for a reason because when it gets mastered, see, it's a difference between mixing and mastering. Y'all already know that. And once you can do all you can, I always like to hang with engineers that know way more than me, so I can get their input. And I'm gonna be real when I say this because I'm finna make some black folks mad. I've learned in my life I want to get it done. I gotta go to the white folks. I got a cold-blooded engineer by the name of George I like to fool with. And George, if you're looking at this, big shout out to you. Why do I love George? Because George is on time. If George say he gonna be there at 8 o'clock, he's there at 7:50. If George say I'm gonna get on it that day, he's gonna get on it that day. Us, I don't know what's wrong with us, man. We got to be late for everything. That's why I quit fooling with us. And then whatever I can't get done, I go to the white folks. The ones that's serious about business. But I'm not saying it to make nobody mad. I'm keeping it real, big bro, and I know you feel me because me and you got a lot of light. I'm sure Hot and Cliff could understand what I'm saying in the video too. And Orange Flavor and PP Drawings. A lot of y'all, I know it's a lot of y'all in that producing field, if I'm not mistaken. That that y'all own it, and we got to keep each other lifted up, man. So yeah, mixing that takes up some time, bro. Matter of fact, when I was talking to Gerald Albright that last time, he said, man, some stuff he do might take, he don't know how long, man. Because here's the problem. You your own biggest critic. And you never really satisfied, really. Each day you will hear something different, and you might want to take it out. That's what mess with your mind also. And you got to learn that it's just not going to be almost all the way like you want it. Even when you put your seat out, you're going to still be like, I could have did this better. And I had to break myself from that. So this video here is just for, musicians, producers, and singers. If a singer's professional and they can go in their studio and cut out a lot of time, don't be in there rehearsing, you can get things done. That's why I like fooling with professional people. Because if you try to take let me just be real, you try to take a Sunday morning organist off in the studio that ain't never been in the studio, and you trying to get some serious business done, you're gonna have it's gonna be a long day. That's why you got studio drummers, studio keyboard players, studio singers. You know, I was just God blessed me with both. I'm not only a minister of music, but I'm a minister of music. And I've been in the studio since I was about 15 or 14 years old. So I was trained how to, lay tracks, write, produce, watching engineers since I was young. And I've never stopped doing it. That's why people get mad when I talk about, oh, he talking about secular music, this and that. Let me tell you something. Secular music, if that's what people like to call it, why do you think JT is still on the right track? It ain't the secular music don't bother me. I know what to listen to and what not to listen to. Somebody gonna say, "Well, you doing the devil's work because you might put out a song for one of these R&B singers." Who said that was the devil work? Hmm. You got most church people working for the devil on Sunday morning, in the pulpit, on the organ, on the praise team, in the congregation, on the secretary staff, on the mission board, on the deacon board, in the brotherhood, in Sunday school. Let me shut up. Y'all catch my point. I know who I love, who is over me, who wakes me up every day, who allows me to have these ears to even listen when somebody can't hear it all, these legs to walk when somebody in the wheelchair can't walk at all, eyes to see when somebody blind right now, a mouth to talk with when somebody wish they can just say something so somebody can hear what they saying. So in other words, I'm not caught up in what everybody else is caught up in. I don't answer to everybody else. I love God with all my heart, and God is first. God the one blessed me. I'm answering all your questions, man. I'm trying to make sure I'm just thinking of your email. God blessed me with these gifts. That's why I say a gift is way more deeper than a talent to me. You gifted. And when you are gifted, you let your gifts show. You let them show. My gift, what good is it gonna do if I just sit up and don't do nothing at all? I'm gonna just sit up and rock. I got gift to teach, so why not teach somebody that can learn? He gave me a voice to sing, so why not sing? He gave me these fingers to play those keys, so why not play? And see the difference between me and a lot of religious folks. The Lord showed me it was a time for everything, time in the seed. He didn't just say, JT, I need you to just play gospel music. And long as God ain't spoke that to me, to hell with what everybody else think, because God loves music. If you think I'm lying, He created it. Yes, Satan can play an impact on stuff, like he play an impact on the church. But it's up to you to do right. I love ballads. I love old school. I love funk. I love smooth jazz. I love gospel. But it's a time for me to cut off gospel. What I'm producing right now is it's like more of an instrumental, to answer your other question. It's got just a tad bit of me singing in there, but I wanted it to be more of instrumental praises in my way to return to God what He blessed me with. And I always said, Lord, when I come out with it, I just want to give back what you give me and show everybody who want to hear the skills, the talent, the gifts that God has blessed me with. So with that being said, I ain't even mean to make this video this long, but I hope it could help, man, because it is, when you get to mixing, it's very time consuming and it's a lot to learn. Soon as you think you know it all, man, somebody else can blow your mind. And with that being said, man, before I close, if you're looking at this video, I got to come down there to Georgia, man. I don't know how and I don't know when. And I know your schedule is just as probably way busier than mine. But I got to come down there and kick it with you, man, one day. Just to chill with you, man, to go to church with you, to see how you know do things. I want to come to your studio and learn a lot from you, man. I'm gonna try to set this up one of these days, man. We're gonna get together on that. And I wish I could just drive around and see all y'all, but we all so far away from each other. But one day we will be together. But Mitty Man, keep that in mind though. Your little brother got to come down there, man. So in the words of Mitty Man, I'm going to get out and say peace and goodbye.